Hey, girl. Hey. We're back.
We've crawled through the desert. We've crawled through the ocean. And we're back, baby.
Oh, dear listeners, we apologize for last week. We try to make this one weekly. It's hard sometimes.
It's hard, y'all. It's hard because of life.
Because
But I think life is actually going to get a little bit easier because they're wanting to mix up my stand-up show in terms of the actual show. So they're still going to do comedy, but they want to there's another queer comic that wants to do something too. So they're going to think about like switching us back and forth every other Tuesday, like doing.
Okay.
Right. So at least I'll get some of my Tuesdays back.
Well, we aren't going to record on Tuesdays. We're not going to record on Tuesdays because
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'll at least be able to rest so that we don't have the likelihood of it being like out of commission to do 2 hours of recording on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like it all compounds. It compounds on each other.
It compounds, and it's not just 2 hours. It's like 2.5, 3.
It is, and I love it.
We talk so much. We are currently at minute 56 of talking.
Ooh,
I know.
56
is a nice round.
That's true. Oh, I like it. 56. Ooh.
Nice round.
It's got that little cap to it.
So how are you doing, girl? Tell me something new.
I tell you what. As I was telling you earlier today, I have been excavating my sewing room.
At least it's not your tonsils. Go on.
Ew, no, I don't. How do you excavate? Actually, you know what? My husband, I used to watch him do that. Before he got them removed.
It's very bad. You shouldn't do that.
I know you shouldn't do it. But it became very, very uncomfortable. So the doctor was like, as long as you make sure to clean them thoroughly after you've done it, like, so that was a gross period of our relationship. It's good that I like gross things, though. I mean, yeah. I am still a regular pimple popper watcher on the interwebs. I do love it still to this day. Every day, actually, I just get sucked into some more of them.
No.
You don't like them at all?
I can watch Dr. Pimple Popper, like I can watch her, but like the other stuff, it's not. No.
The ones that I'm really most obsessed with are the what are they called? They are called the dilated pore of Weiner. Those are the ones that for me are just the absolute most interesting because there's just something about how the human body does that. And essentially it just, I don't know. I find it so fascinating. There's something to me about just the fact that the body is doing this to itself that I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I just find it always fascinating. Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes if you get on the right video, you can literally watch them like clearing out maybe like 50 on a person. And it's really weird. I don't know if it happens more as you get older. Because a lot of times you can tell like by the skin consistency that it's an older person, but it's just, I don't know. Essentially, it's like a form of it's kind of like how they build the cyst walls, right? Your body builds cyst walls, but it's like done on like a more of a microscopic level, so that it's not not a cyst, but it's just I don't know. Sorry, I just got a bit of a tangent about that.
Well, dear listeners, you either really like that or you're really disgusted by it. I'm on the latter end. It's fascinating. Like how this stuff happens, what caused it. Fascinating, very fascinating. I don't need to watch somebody pop them, right?
See, and the thing is so funny is like things like that. That's when I go back to like high school again, and I'm like, I guess I actually have always been interested in biology stuff. Like I've always been like that, and I've always pretended like I'm not. Because I'm like, I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna be a performer. When in reality, like I'm literally reading books about eels and fungi.
Girl, I hate to tell you, you're not the one.
Dang it. It's okay, actually. I don't want to be the one because apparently being the one is difficult.
How many wives later?
Right? Exactly. It's just I don't need it. right? I'm good. I mean, I may not be RuPaul's Drag Race, and I may not have a check for, $150,000.
200.
Yes. But at the same time,
sponsored by PayPal, cash your checks.
Cash
whatever.
App did it this time, girl.
It's
Cash App.
Checking the cash.
Yeah. So I may not have all that, but I'm at least in a good place life wise. So I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, girl, you could be in RuPaul's Drag Race if you wanted to be.
RuPaul's,
yes.
You know who told me that? I'm not joking with you. This really did happen.
Who?
When we went to go see David Sedaris and he signed my book. He actually, so my husband, being very sweet, he doesn't always brag on me.
Yeah.
But David Sedaris complimented my shirt, one of my shirts.
Yeah.
Which then led to, he's a talker during his signings. Complimented my shirt, which led to my husband talking about me as a drag queen. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
And so then he wanted to see a picture. And then he was asking, "Oh, so what kind of drag do you do?" And I was telling him, and he was like, "You need to be on the show. Like, you need to. That's not something that ever happens." So I was like,
"Call up Mama Latrice and."
I know, but I don't want to shave.
You don't have to shave.
I don't. But I also don't want to be the first one on the American one, possibly, that has a beard too, right? I am not.
Girl, you forget about Willem.
If only the rest of the world would.
Oh God,
that's a lot. The girls are those We're Here girls or whatever they are. Apparently they're in Orlando this week filming. Because one of my friends was at Southern Nights and they like came in the door and everybody was freaking out.
Oh, so, I love the first season of that show. I thought. Although I am not the biggest fan of Bob the Drag Queen. I think Bob is very boring. Like, I do you disagree?
I don't really.
That's even worse because you don't even consider her.
This is a brave but controversial thing I'm about to say.
Brave yet controversial.
Other than Trixie and Katya's and Jinx Monsoon's Cool Mom, I don't watch any of the other drag stuff. Like the post show, like I don't watch anybody else's stuff. Okay. Those are the only two things I've ever really. Okay. I tried to watch what's it called, Sibling Rivalry or whatever with her and Monet. That's like the one that with Bob. It's Bob and Monet. I tried to watch it and I was just like.
I tried to watch Bob's stuff where
his stand up.
No, his like he has a thing with him in a room with his like two partners, his husbands. And
I didn't know he had
that
going on.
And he just like it's him talking to them, and it is just as interesting as you think it would be.
These Drag Race girls, they love these like dual partner things, don't they? Like Georges and what's his name, the Britney Spears impersonator one. Oof. That's dating Alaska's child, Nebraska.
Alaska's child.
Alaska has a child named Nebraska.
I didn't know that.
And Nebraska is dating the Britney Spears person.
Okay, good for them.
But I think they've been like, it's not like dating, like they're not married, but I think they've been together for like a decade.
I mean, Georgia has her men are of a certain age. Get away, cat girl. Get away.
Someone's got daddy issues, but that's another thing.
Oh God. I still haven't watched the last episode. After it cut out on me, I was like, I found out who won.
Here's what I'm going to tell you, right? Without giving you a spoiler.
I did see Willow's performance of I Hate People.
Right. Number one, that already set the tone.
Yeah.
Right? When you do eventually watch the final lip sync.
Okay.
I will tell you that it, to me, was the best final lip sync since Sasha Velour's thing.
Okay.
Because she did something. She actually, to me, I felt like this was maybe the best final lip sync that's been on, because she did something really interesting, which was she basically put out 3 versions of Willow within 1 4-minute lip sync. Okay. So like the Willow that we've been watching, all these different versions of Willow, all these different, she literally said, don't forget how many sides of me there are. And I thought, because I was sitting there and I was like, wait, how did she just do like? And it was perfect. It was really perfect. That I said, as much as I love Lady Camden, because I love them equally, but I was like, as much as I love Lady Camden, I was like, this is not even close. Not even near close.
Well, girl, speaking of things that are not even near close.
Oh, Lord.
We have a Patreon.
We do not, although I heard rumor that somebody gave us money at some point.
They did. Dear listeners, you can find our Patreon at patreon.com. Mims and Maim. Maim, did you know that we have another podcast?
That sounds familiar, and I'm not sure why.
It's called Baking Sugar Pod. It's the one we just recorded.
Oh, that's right. I knew it sounded familiar, but I couldn't figure out what was... That's right. We just got finished recording that, didn't we?
We did. Right. Dear listeners, you can find that at Baking Sugar Pod on Twitter, or just look up Mims and Maim Baking Sugar, and it should show up. Should show up.
If it doesn't, enjoy whatever food-based podcast show pops up.
Exactly right.
I've done that a couple of times. Like, oh, these are nice podcasts.
Just like
not ours, but they're nice food podcasts.
God,
I've literally discovered 2 great food podcasts by trying to find Baking Sugar before.
Really?
Yes.
Well, girl, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you want to get this absolutely insane episode?
I think that's in the interest of science. Yes.
Okay. This is season 1, episode 18. We only have like 150,000 left of these. Sudden death.
Oh, Dick Butkus.
Oh, yeah. So we're at a funeral, and we are at the home of eternal rest.
Mm-hmm. What a nice name for a funeral.
Yeah. We meet Bradford Lockwood, and he's JB's Uncle Cyrus's attorney.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
for those that are watching along with us, that is indeed Bosley from Charlie's Angels.
Oh, it is Bosley, isn't it?
Oh, Lord. Remember, girl, almost every guest star on this has been famous for something.
I know. He left her stock in Jack Door Company.
Yes.
She's
Jack Door Company? What is that? What
is a Jack Door Company? It's a holding company. Well, what does it hold? It holds... Oh, God, There we go. I put myself on mute, but I'm back now. Can you hear me, girl?
Thankfully, yes.
It's usually not what people say. It's a holding company for the Leopard football team.
Wow, that sounds good.
Well, Bradford says Jess needs to give him an answer before she goes back to Cabot Cove. She's like, I'm staying a while, and I need to go see my team. So she's walking. We're now at the stadium. She's walking on the bleachers, and we see the credits rolling, and we see Dick Butkus.
Yes.
And then we see, and this is the only time I'll refer to her with the dead name, Bruce Jenner show up.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Caitlyn, that Republican shill.
Good old Caitlyn.
Good old Kate. God. Good old Kate. Anyway. So, I've got a question for you about Caitlyn Jenner, because I don't know much about her.
Yeah.
When did she start in her private life living as a woman?
So there were two stories about this, right?
Okay.
Where basically there was a story that she actually started this sometime in the 80s.
Okay.
And essentially stopped because a few people close said no, and then started picking it back up, in the late 20 teens or whatever you want to call those. Okay. But apparently when she talked about it publicly for the first time, when she was really getting into transition period, like the actual physical transition, she actually said that she started that in the 80s.
Yeah.
I
got that feeling watching this, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
that's because us being part of the queer community, we have a little bit more.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you? We're the what?
Maim, I'm. Well, I guess technically I'm bi because I still don't get a hard on with a girl, but I'm gay. What?
I didn't need to hear that.
I'm sorry. Was that TMI? I should have not said that.
I don't need to hear about your stuff. Your stuff. Your stuff. No, I mean, I remember you dated that girl for a little bit.
I dated a couple girls, yeah.
You dated a couple of girls?
2-ish. Well,
so
dated one and fooled around with one.
Look at you.
I know, I've never had the sex with a girl.
Okay.
I never have with a boy either.
Check your levels.
Oh. So JB's nearly run over by a helmet.
Yes, which I mean, that kind of stuff is my favorite.
So we meet Zach, and Jill.
Zach and Jill.
Jill's deaf.
Yeah, Jill is a deaf young lady.
And maybe mute.
Well, you remember back then, like, they used to not even, when you were a deaf actor, they wouldn't even have you attempt it. So we always, I remember that
homeless deaf mute.
Apparently, the two of us need to go back and watch Soap Dish today.
We do need to watch Soap Dish.
Apparently, Soap Dish needs to be watched at some point today because we are both. God. We've now both. It's just in the ether right now.
God. So we find out something very interesting, that Jess never learned how to drive either. As Jill's learning to drive. Ever. So that explains a few episodes ago when she was in that mechanical car, she was sort of just flailing around.
Yes.
No wonder she didn't know what to do. Like turn off the car.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Jessica.
Well, his wife, Kathy, Zach's wife, Kathy, shows up, who you may know from, I believe, WKRP in Cincinnati.
That's right. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh, I love that show so much.
Yes.
God, as my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. Still one of my favorite episodes. I know I've talked about it multiple times. Still one of my favorite episodes of television. Dear listeners, speaking of favorite episodes of television, Maim and I are sort of going back and forth with a new idea for a podcast. And I had the suggestion based on, so Maim was talking about some Love Boat and how campy it is, and that we want to become the queens of Camp TV, right?
Yes.
Because we are the queens of Camp TV.
We are the queens of Camp TV.
Yeah, we're just going to establish that right now.
Nobody talks about TV as lovingly as we do.
It's true. So we were thinking, my idea was slightly different, that we just find episodes, the campiest episodes. We reach out to you, our dear listeners.
Yes.
And to find the campiest episodes, maybe 10, 15, something like that. It's not a big number, to work out over a course of a couple months and go through them.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think? Do you have thoughts?
Tell us in your comments. Oh wait, we don't have comments.
Comments below. In this wherever this is, just comments.
Wherever you're looking at this.
Wherever you get this.
Send us a carrier pigeon.
Send us a carrier pigeon. Send us a carrier pigeon.
Sorry. I love carrier pigeons.
I do too. Smoke signals? But those could be a racism and could start a forest fire. So let's not do that. Morse code.
Morse codes work. That works.
I'll
tap it on your teeth.
Tap it
on your teeth.
Or knock it click it like a drag queen.
Interpret it into a TikTok dance and send it us that way.
Yes. Interpretive TikTok dances to tell us about which episode. But like that episode of JKRP in Cincinnati was like, oh, that's one that I would suggest, right? Because that is,
I like that.
Yeah.
Or like the clown funeral Mary Tyler Moore episode.
Oh God.
Do you need a cigarette now?
That's my favorite. Oh, it gets me every time, girl. It gets me every time. I mean, we could do all of Mary Hartman.
The whole thing. And
all
the soap. All the soap.
God.
Since that basically is that so campy it should have been on a campground.
Yeah. So like, but things like that, but just like one-off episodes, like if there's a best episode of like The Love Boat, if there's the best episode of Soap, if there's the best episode of Madam, if you can find Madam anywhere.
Or Bewitched, girl.
Bewitched. Oh my God.
We'll start soliciting on all of our socials.
Both of them. Yes, we will. Well, we find out that Jess wants to learn how to sign.
Yeah, she wants the little Jill to teach her.
In case she ever has laryngitis.
Isn't that what typewriters are for?
Well, and we know she knows how to type.
I wonder if she learned how to type to Billy Joel also.
In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep to the mountains of faith, to the river so deep. And that was the fast song. Remember that? But I will say, girl, after that, I could type. I
think almost all of us could type really well.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, like
mission accomplished.
Do you remember the dude from, was it high school? Semicolon.
Oh, girl.
No, that was 8th grade. That was the typing class.
That was 8th grade.
Semicolon. Oh, he was fantastic, wasn't he? Those old-ass typewriters.
Oh, man.
God.
I'm so happy we're in the generation that we're in.
Yeah, like right there. We learned, like, dear listeners, in like 2nd grade, we had Apple IIe's. Like, we were advanced.
Our school was advanced for an elementary school.
But then we also had typing classes on these old-ass electric typewriters. You okay in there?
No, I'm fine. I'm gonna check something real quick while you're talking.
Okay.
My brain is hurting, and oh my God, why was that in there? Sorry. I was looking for my TV remote earlier, and I just put my hand in the cube beside my desk, and I was like, why is it in here? It's never been in here before. I would have never found it.
Well, now we're an office, girl.
Yes, we're an office.
And Phil wants the proxy paid off.
Yeah, come on, Phil.
We don't even know who Phil really is yet, but he wants proxy paid off.
It's got to be paid.
That, huh?
Yeah, it's got to be paid. It has to be paid.
Patello, we find out, is the offensive coach. And Dylan, the black man, is in charge of the equipment.
Yes, because...
yeah,
of course. He can't have any more of a leadership position than that.
Even has a limp.
Yeah. Yeah, well, poor guy.
We find out that Phil wants to move the team.
How dare he?
From whatever city we're in to wherever it's going.
To wherever big city these guys are made for.
Yeah, what city do you think we're in?
I don't know because wherever they're at, I'm assuming it's a practice field because I hope that's not where they play because it looks smaller than our high school
that's
thing.
Where they play. That's where they play.
That's smaller than our high school stadium.
I know. So my husband never had. So dear listeners, in like 8th grade or middle school and some high school, we had field day.
Yeah.
My husband didn't have field day.
They don't do that anymore?
I don't know. Like it was foreign to him because we're watching show Heartstopper, and then at the very end of the grade, they have like a sports day.
Right.
And like we did this. Like it was like I was surprisingly good at the obstacle course for some reason. I don't know why.
You just probably imagined somebody was chasing you. That's all.
I mean, my fat ass could and discus throw. That was the other
one. That was the sport for all the plus size kids. That was it.
But
every year, that's where the plus size kids got to shine.
And I got gold every time.
Every time, Henny.
I ain't gonna say it was. Let me rephrase. It was not discus throw. It was frisbee throw.
You should have been in the Olympics.
You know what? That coach in 8th grade, I probably could have done something a little bit better with sports wise.
I think so. You had really good endurance. Remember how you were on your bicycle? You actually had amazing endurance.
And we were playing football one time out there. Horrible tag football. I hate football. And I threw the ball and hit somebody like dead on halfway across the thing. And that coach was like, "Do you want to play football?" No.
They were desperate.
Why don't you play football? Because I don't want my brain to hurt.
It's like, because I'm a homosexual. And they don't. I'll get the vapors.
No, but seriously, I was worried. I was thinking, that many bangs to the head can't be good. He's like, what? We know. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh no, not my thing.
I mean, you were really. I mean, think about it, right? You were well ahead of your time.
I know.
Now we know the dangers of all of that.
Oh, we knew back then.
I mean, well, yes, we did, but
So JB barges in. And she wants to speak to Kruger, whoever Kruger is. We find out that Kruger's Phil.
Yes. Oh, these guys in this episode are just all character actors chewing up scenery.
So Phil invites her to a party.
Oh boy, this party!
We aren't there yet.
I know. I just got excited.
And Phil offers to buy her out for $30,000.
Wow.
In stock.
That's a pretty good amount of money back then in '85.
Yep. Well, now we pan over to Zach and Kathy's house. And Kathy gets a call. If you don't come clean, I'm going to tell everybody about the girl.
Who is this?
Yeah,
what do you want from us?
Well, we find out that Zach has a bum shoulder.
Dang it, Zach.
And he can no longer pass. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
I'm so sorry. For some reason, you say it like that. I
did the witty did not even come through until after I said it, and I was like, oh yeah, that one right there is a good one, Mims. That one's a good one. Oh God. So Zach thinks Kruger is behind the blackmail.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because he's trying to get the team.
Yeah.
Oh, Kruger.
So now we're at the hotel. JB's checking in.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Patilla offers to buy her stock for $60,000.
Wow, these people really want this team, like really bad.
We find out why. Kruger owns 48%.
Okay.
A rival investor owns 48%.
Okay.
And Sirius Black.
Not Black.
Owns 4%. Cyrus owned 4%. So she has the last controlling stake.
She has the sway.
The sway. Everybody sway with me.
Everybody sway.
We
swaying with Jessica.
Swaying.
Miss Jessica swaying on into life. Miss Jessica. Jessica swaying in the life of Jessica. Sorry. Let's do it. We're gonna write that Jessica Fletcher musical yet.
Swaying. It's gonna be called Swaying with Jessica.
Swaying with Jessica.
It's just, well, I mean, at this party she starts swaying in a minute, so we'll talk about that.
Girl.
She's dancing on her own.
Oh, it's gonna be a jukebox musical. Okay.
Oh, God. So we're at the party now. And Kruger's in the car with her, and he's like, I'll buy it for $40,000. She's like, I've already been offered $60,000. I'll buy it for $150,000.
Wow.
That is one RuPaul Drag Race.
One RuPaul Drag Race. I get paid $150,000 to make decisions like this. No, it's
so here it is.
Yep, I'm gonna have to watch Soap yesterday. Obviously, everything makes me think of it.
So Kruger looks at her and says, "Football is a dangerous game. Sometimes people get hurt."
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Doom. Veiled
so
threats.
we go inside and we meet Webb McCord.
Oh, hi, Webb. Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you? I'm in a great little suit. Is it single or double-breasted right now? I'm not sure which.
Triple-breasted. I just came from the set of Total Recall.
I got 3 titties.
What's wrong with us today?
Well, Dick Butkus is running around taking pictures.
I love that man so much.
I do too.
I don't know why either. Like, even to this day,
charming.
Like, there's something about him.
Charming.
He's just he just seemed like a sweet person.
The thing was, up to this point, it did not seem like he was a player.
No.
But
because this was Dick Butkus well after his playing years.
Like, I believe we looked up, it was 12 years after, something like that.
Well after.
Still looks great. Like, still
he looks wonderful.
But like,
he could carry it off.
This is the oldest football team ever.
If he kept his uniform on, he can pull it off.
Is that a pun?
No. You know
or you gonna pull it off, girl? What?
I remember. You remember this was actually I was thinking about it when we were just talking about that. I remember that this time of the year or this time of the decade. Remember, football became such a big pop culture thing because there was this episode. There was the 1st and 10 that was on HBO. Goldie Hawn did that football movie called Wildcats. Like, football kind of had like this weird little popularity thing going on that I'm
almost like they paid for it.
Oh, do you think the NFL had a? You think they did?
I'm sure they did, girl. I'm sure that the
man.
NFL is very corrupt. Anyway,
what?
Not as corrupt as soccer. Not as corrupt as soccer. You heard about the American head of FIFA, right? And he had that slush money apartment just for his cats in New York.
I'm sorry, what?
I'll have to find the article for you. It's a mess.
Somebody had an apartment for their cats, and it wasn't me. I am shocked right now. Someone had an apartment for cats, and it wasn't me? How? I'm behind. I need to get on the ball here. My cats they're clearly not living the life of luxury that I want them to.
No, they're just still in your eyelash glue. But they're real pretty.
They're so pretty. They're like, oh my gosh. Who knew that mink lashes would look so good on you? Like, who knew?
Oh, God.
What am I getting? I don't have mink lashes.
So Zach shows up Well, Dick Butkus is taking pictures, and then
Dick.
Zach shows up looking for Kruger. He calls Kruger and threatens him over the phone.
Exactly.
And then JB meets the commish.
Oh, and thank goodness it wasn't that guy.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
This whole episode would have just gone straight to the toilet.
And we find out that the commish will fight to the Supreme Court to keep the leopards whatever city they're in, to the Supreme
whatever city
Court.
Whatever city you guys are in.
Whatever, like, Dayton, maybe? I don't know. It looked kind of Midwestern, but it was also very sunny, so I'm going to guess the CBS lot. Palo Alto, maybe? No. Top is a little... Burbank. It's Burbank.
Burbank. In downtown Burbank. It's Password. Starring Gene Roddenberry.
Starring Gene Roddenberry?
I just wanted to say his name. That's all.
You know what, girl? Why don't we do Password? Why don't we?
We could get famous enough to do Password. You know they're bringing it back.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's going to be the next resurrected game show on ABC.
I'll do it. Like I'm game.
Let's do it.
On either side, like
we will write them and say we're kind of celebrities,
but we're funny.
No, we are funny. We are that. We are that. We're funnier than most celebrities.
That's true.
That's very true.
If you ever want to find out, or if you ever want to find something that's comedy gold, find oh God, I've lost his name. Gilbert Gottfried on Hollywood Squares trolling people for 5 minutes.
Oh.
He was the last square available and like trolls them for 5 minutes. They keep getting it wrong.
I love him. I love him. Rest in peace, Gilbert. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. So, Zach leaves the party and goes over to Kruger's. Kruger lives very close by. Like
very close.
Very close by. And he finds a note on the door.
Yeah.
He reads the note, balls it up, throws it down, and leaves.
You've been wanting to do that this whole time.
Yes, I have been. So, at the party, Jess is dancing.
Oof, with Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus.
That's a terrible, like, Dick Butkus, that was like once again, only he could get away with that. Yeah. Only he could get away with how silly he was behaving.
You know what JB cannot get away with? How ugly that dress is.
I don't like it at all.
It's the worst thing she made.
It's definitely not appropriate for a party. Like, not even a little bit.
No. But McCord goes to go get Zach from Kruger's house. And leaves Jess dancing alone.
I keep dancing on my own. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Our viewers or listeners are just like, what is happening today?
Robin is what's happening.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Robin S.
No.
What's Robin S.'s song?
You've got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. Yeah. You've got to show me love.
Oh. Yeah.
Girl, we old.
Yeah. Mary came on the radio the other day.
Oh, did you get your shackles off your feet so you could dance?
I ain't gonna say no.
Did you break your chain so you could lift your hands? Yes, I know all the whole song.
I'm sure you do. And of course it was the dance mix that came on.
Yes! Victor Calderon. I know. I remember all of those. I still got all those MP3s somewhere on these DVDs discs around here.
Oh, God.
That's why I didn't get rid of this PC, girl. That's the only way I'm ever going to get those songs off of there.
So it's the next day.
Hello, next day.
And we're at the field. We're in the gym.
Ooh.
There's some water running in the gym.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Dylan's walking around. He's putting some stuff down and fixing it up. And
something gross.
Kruger's dead.
Oh, shh.
In the weirdest little bathtub they've got.
It's like one of those tubs for the soakings that they do. Like the ice tubs for the football players. Yeah. That's
But there was only one tub, so I guess they have to wait in a long ass line.
Could you imagine? They just have to keep bringing in ice. You're like, all right, ice is melted. Next up, let me put a new bag in.
By the time he gets in there, and like he's a big dude.
Yeah, he's gonna push all the water out. It's gonna disperse.
Him
and that Dick Butkus of his. We had to do it at some point. We had to. What an amazing name that man's got.
It really is. It really is.
I just love it. Any other person would have never even survived high school, let alone made it into the NFL. But he persevered. Life gave him a terrible. They gave him a terrible name, and he persevered.
Mary. Took the chains off his feet so he can dance.
Oh, why can't he be a minister? Girl? He should have been a minister. Reverend Dick Butkus. Coming to the Temple AME Zion Church, the only white pastor here in Oakland. Reverend Butkus. Thank you, Reverend Butkus.
That was a lot you just threw at me right there.
Sorry.
And I don't.
Reverend Butkus, is you coming to the cookout later? You know I ain't gonna miss that cookout, girl. Have you seen me? They call me Butkus. Have you seen me? I'm gonna bring the hot sauce, girl. I'm gonna bring the hot sauce.
Oh God, are we done with that part? Because we meet the detective.
Man, this dude.
Yeah. And he interviews the security guard.
Yep.
Who didn't see Kruger come in. Kruger's had his own key.
Yeah. It's a little creepy.
Zach did come in though. He was yelling.
If I had a football team, I would have my own key also.
Yup.
I need a private entrance, just, you know.
Yup. God.
This episode could have been a lot creepier. Like if they had made that guy like Uncle Arthur, you know, and they're talking about his private entrance for the football stadium. Like, oh boy,
Uncle Arthur.
the tone of this episode would have gone in a very different direction.
Private entrance in the back, Samantha. Oh God, yeah. Oh my God.
As you said, this episode was going to go off the rails, and it has.
Oh God. So Zach came in yelling and screaming, and he has a note when he came in and when he left because he monitored him. And JB is like, "Hi, I'm an owner. Did you see what this is in this tank over here?"
What?
And he's like, "No, what is it? What is it?" And then he just takes his bare hands and reaches in there.
Yeah, because
it's a watch stopped at 9:04 p.m.
Interesting.
And it's Zach's.
Oh no!
Book him. Suspicion. Murder one.
He did it. He definitely did it.
God.
This is the time. This is his. That's all we need.
So now we're at the police station, and the lieutenant's like, Mrs. Fletcher is okay to interview you. What? Mrs. Fletcher's okay to interview you? What? Because she doesn't think you did it. What? She's okay. What?
I know.
So he's like, after the party, I went to Kruger's. There was a note. I went to the stadium. He wasn't there, so I went home. But I would have killed the asshole had I found him, but he wasn't there.
Exactly. That's
and
not
we find out that the
at all.
watch was in the locker the last time he saw it.
Oh, okay. So somebody's framing him.
So we also find out Zach is in a 4-year no-out contract. We find out what that means a little bit later, but he's in a 4-year no-out contract.
These jokes just keep piling up.
Yeah, they really do, don't they? No out, not passing anymore.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh, man. I shouldn't say that.
Oh, God. So now we're in Las Vegas. And we meet Mavis, the ex-wife.
You already know how I feel about Mavis.
We find out his divorce isn't final.
That's right. So Mavis
and
actually
she gets
that
Kruger's everything.
That 48%.
48%.
I love when she turns to the masseuse and she's like, "Do you want to be a star?"
Football star. A football star.
Oh, Mavis, I love you.
God.
I love any sort of reverse foot, like putting it on the other foot. Anytime, it's like my favorite thing. And she's so creepy.
Yep.
It's like, yes.
So now we're back at the hotel. And Kathy and her bad shag haircut are asking JB for help. Like, my God, that wig. Or it's their actual hair. One of the two. Her wig. It is a wig. Her wig. Am I wrong?
No, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Like it's either somebody, she pissed off somebody in hair and makeup is what happened.
Either that or they were just stuck and somebody at the studio was just like, just send something. Just we need something mousy. Just send something mousy.
Yeah. Oh, God. So now we're at the stadium, and JB ruins practice by waving at the people. And Dick Buck is like, "Oh, hey!" And then gets tackled.
Like, it's not just the fact that she waved, it's the fact that Dick Butkus is like being Dick Butkus. And it was like, "Oh, exactly. Hey, Jess."
Yeah. And we find out what a no-out contract is. A no-out contract is as long as Caitlyn shows up, she gets money.
That sounds like their reality show.
But the moment she's out, she's out.
Once again, that sounds like the reality show.
Oh, God. Is Caitlyn still married to
No.
Okay,
no.
I didn't know.
No,
I didn't know.
They got divorced. Yeah,
are they still friends?
I don't actually think they are.
Because she's a Democrat, right?
Well, from what I understand, Caitlyn is. I think like all of the like stuff. Some stuff's happened because the girls don't follow her on Instagram anymore. Which, as you know, in Kardashian world, like that is that's like you're dead to me. It's like if you're not followed by them,
dead. Oh, God. So now we're in the locker room, and Mr. Dillon is there.
Oh, hi.
And we find out that Cyrus, I spelled it Cyrus and Dillon work together. I
think it'll be easy if you just say Cyrus. But just say it, Cyrus. I think it'll stick in your brain more.
Cyrus.
Yeah, just say it with a southern accent, and it'll be easier.
Well, Cyrus.
I'm just saying, like I think that will help you to not get those two names mixed up.
Cyrus.
Right.
Cyrus. Am I putting enough
Cyrus
vowels
Cyrus,
in there?
like Billy Ray Cyrus.
Cyrus. Okay, I got it now.
Cyrus.
There you go. Cyrus and Dillon work together.
That's all. I'm just trying to like give you that little.
And how's that working for you? How's giving me anything working for you?
It's worked all of these years, Sonny. It's worked all of these years.
You give and I just take and take and take.
And I'm still here giving.
And I'm still here taking.
Take it all. Take it all.
Oh my God. Where are we at? Oh, Cyrus and Dylan worked together.
Yep.
And Kruger bought Dylan out because
correct.
They gave stock back in the day when they were poor, and like he bought him out. And we found out
uncle
Dylan
did not sell. Jess's uncle did not sell.
No, Jess's uncle did not sell. We find out that Dylan does have combinations to all of the lockers, but they're easy as hell to break into.
That's means you should get better lockers, but that's, you know.
And then a half-naked Dick Butkus comes up, and Jessica's like, "Why do you seem so nervous for me to be here?" He's like, "Well, I didn't exactly expect a woman to be in the locker." And she's like, "Oh, I need to go."
Yeah. I mean, lucky for Jessica, because I remember those episodes of First and 10 back then, and they did not have on towels. Those episodes that I used to sneak to watch. Why do I want to watch this show so much? I don't even like football.
Oh, God.
Jeez, that's bringing back some really weird memories. Why? That's crazy when you're like, gosh, it's so funny, like the things that are inside of your like encoding when you're young and you don't think about it until later.
Mm-hmm. So now we're at I think it's McCord's house. I'm not sure whose house exactly it is.
I think it's his house, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
but they're skeet shooting.
Yeah.
Pull.
Oh, I miss doing that. That was like fun.
Did you do that?
I did that with my dad. Yeah.
I've never done that.
I was actually quite good at it. I was actually quite good at it. He actually thought about me going into competitions and stuff. Yeah.
You could have gotten a rifling scholarship.
I could have, but then high school happened and my eyes got bad. So, que sera, just still ended up a gay musical kid.
Excuse me, dear listeners.
See, that's it. There we go. That's when that was that fork in the road that they tell us about, that if I had just gone down that other fork in the road and done the rifle scholarship, I would have been straight.
I can just see you. Oh my God, have you seen my big gun? It's so shiny.
It's a winch.
I love it.
It's a vintage too. This was given to me. There's a gentleman friend of mine. He lives in Oklahoma. We've been corresponding on AOL. He sent this gun to me.
Mims found him for me.
We're going to go to his ranch later. We were some messed up teenagers. Oh,
you know what? It was fun.
No, it was awesome. It was great.
I enjoyed high school. I know a lot of people didn't. I
mean, technically, the thing is, though, and actually it's so funny because I actually told my mom this. Remember, we had each other and we had like our little kind of group in high school. We had fun. We were, I don't know about everybody else, but like, we didn't let all of that other mess get in the way of us.
I can count the number of people that actually bullied me.
Right. It wasn't that many. We had a few. We didn't have a lot.
2. I think it was 2.
We had more people that supported us.
That's exactly right.
Because literally, the writing was on the wall. We had more people that supported us and how weird we were than people that were against us.
Yeah. I mean, there were some microaggressions, but hell, it was the 90s.
I mean, girl, there's still microaggressions. That ain't stopped.
God. So the commissioner, McCourt, and the lieutenant are there.
Okay.
And JB shows up.
Hi, JB.
And lieutenant's like, the cause of death was drowning.
Oh.
And the commissioner's like, it was Zach. We all know it was Zach.
Yep, it was.
And
definitely
JB's
Zach.
like, it's not Zach.
Did that
I
finger waggle of yours, the little finger waggle, that was great.
Oh God, it's weird. There we go.
It's cool.
And then JB leaves, and McCord's like, "Was it you, Commissioner?" And then it's like, pull, bam, broken ski, and freeze frame.
Yep, terrible freeze frame. That was a terrible freeze frame. I'm like, guys, you could have just let it keep playing.
Well, it's nighttime.
It's the right time.
We're at the stadium.
Ooh.
They're filming Friday Night Lights right over there.
Oh, special guest Dick Butkus.
Did you like Friday Night Lights? I never really watched it.
I never watched it. I had no desire.
My husband swears by it.
What are you talking about? Why do you keep saying these things about him? I'm getting weird vibes.
He used to love football. He's from Wisconsin. He has to be a Green Bay Packers fan. Does he still
love cheese and sausage also?
Cheese, no sausage. He's a vegetarian.
He's from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Okay. And they let him back in?
Yeah. Oh, because he'll eat cheese.
Oh, okay.
Cheese. Have you ever been to Milwaukee? It's a fun. Do you like cheese? Can you eat cheese?
If I take my Lactaid.
Girl, let's take 4 of them and let's go.
I hate sounding like that.
If I take my girl, it's okay. In order to drink red wine now, I have to take I have to take a Benadryl and a stomach pill.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
It causes my acid reflux to be so bad. I have to take a stomach pill and take a Benadryl to prevent it from my nose to flare up too.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I take so many pills that it's not a big deal to me, but I know that you're not a big pill person, so that sounds terrible. For me, that would just be I'll just add it to my regimen of 12.
And now in order to fly, I have to take a Bonine for vertigo shit, because otherwise if I hit a little bit of turbulence, it's like I'm on a full ass roller coaster. It feels like I have flipped upside down, and I get jerky. I'm holding on, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
I gotta go on a flight with you now.
Well, no, I'll take my pill.
I'm a switch pills.
So before I knew this, I was flying to Las Vegas with a friend of mine. Okay. And it was a stormy ass day in Raleigh.
That's some Stormy Daniels.
Our flight was delayed for 2.5 hours.
Ooh, that's bad.
And we hear an announcement. We have a 15-minute window. We are going to fast forward right now. Girl, we got on that plane. And we started up. And all of a sudden, that turbulence started, and you just hear, please buckle up. This is going to be a bumpy liftoff. This is going to be a bumpy liftoff. And we just sing there, and my eyes got real big, and I'm holding on to the armrest. My friend beside me is holding my hand above it because she sees how stressed I am. And oh my God, it was like I was in a loop-de-loop. It was horrible. But then we got to altitude, and I was in first class, so I got a drink and some food.
Oh. I feel like you just told that whole story just to talk about being in first class.
I think I had enough. I think it was free first class. I think I somehow got an upgrade. No, it was $30. I got a $30 upgrade.
That's all?
Girl, if you do it right, you can get cheap-ass upgrades.
See, I don't fly that much, so it's I don't really know much about that stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever been in first class?
No.
Why? You first class, girl?
I'm not. I'm very much coach. I'm super coach.
Girl, they can't fit you the luggage.
Who? Hey, they can. I've been stretching. I don't know what that even means just now.
So we're at the stadium at night. JB sneaks past the guard because obviously he's not good at doing his job.
He's not been this whole time, no.
And she hears a noise. She breaks into Zach's locker. It's well, this was easy. She literally just lifts things up. It's okay, that was easy. And then there's
He did tell her that it was easy, so.
Yep. Then there's a noise.
Do that again?
One more?
There you go. And then she goes exploring.
And she goes into a steam room.
Dit Butkus is there with his towel off.
She carries a flashlight with her. Smart. But then the door slams behind her. and there's a barbell put in.
Yeah.
And he locks her in.
Oh, no.
And they turn the steam all the way up to 11.
What? But it only goes to 10.
I know.
Oh, boy.
Well, Mr. Dillon, who apparently just never leaves this place, saves her.
That's so nice, because then we wouldn't have the other 9 seasons to go.
And he warns her that people do get hurt in football.
Again. They keep reinforcing this. I would have much rather liked my slash fiction where she got there and Butkus was inside of the steam room without his towel on. I would have loved that story much more. And then nobody actually turns the steam up to 11, but the steam room somehow starts cranking up into 11. With the door closed, you're like, why is the steam going up? Oh.
And Mr. Dillon barges in and then joins in.
And then the whole team. Just
why are we talking about our dreams and fantasies? Anyway.
Because Jess is living vicariously for us.
On the ride home, we find out that Zach is not only on no-show contract or no-out contract, he's also the highest paid on the team.
It's just, I like Zach. He seems like a really great guy, but man, I'm starting to understand from the owner's perspective, right? It's just too much.
Yep. So it's the next morning, and JB's doing some exercise with Dick Butkus. There's a little Dick Butkus comedy about her being well preserved.
Yep.
And for her age and all that stuff.
Butkus wants her. Butkus wants her.
Butkus wants that.
Yeah. He was dancing with her earlier. They were like doing his version of Dirty Dancing. Like he wants her.
He lifts her up over his head, or she lifts him over her head. One of the two.
Something gets lifted. Some head gets lifted.
Caitlin's hair in this shit is so bad. I just want to throw that out there. Every time Zach comes on screen, it's such I've always hated.
Yeah, no. Caitlin should never. I'm pretty sure if we do the other podcast that I was suggesting, I think Caitlin is on that one and some episode also. Like,
of course,
it was just a thing in the 80s, right? Like, they were the all-American person, so they just kept showing up on various programs.
Ugh.
I wonder if Night of 1,000 Stars. We got to add that to the list for you know what.
Girl, we need to do
one of the Night of 1,000. Yeah,
if we can find it. Yeah. God, actually, that's one that we should probably just watch and like at the same time just talk over it.
It's a Patreon bonus episode.
That's a Patreon thing. Oh God, if you get together all of the Night of 1,000 Stars, we can just start doing that.
I'm just gonna. Oh man, I love that so much. Or Circus. Remember Circus of the Stars in the 80s?
Yes. Yes.
TV got so boring.
It did. The fashion show at Night of 1,000 Stars was brought to you by JCPenney.
Well, at the time, they did have Halston as a label on the JCPenney.
They did. And Liz.
Yeah. Did you hear JCPenney's trying to buy Kohl's?
Yes.
I don't know. Are they trying to get that Amazon shipping deal? I don't get it.
Well, I don't know. Like, Kohl's is one of the largest department stores in the nation.
Yeah, I know.
Wisconsin's own.
What? Look at that. We got back to Wisconsin. Look at that. Full circle. Yeah. Full circle.
And in Wisconsin, they have Kohl's grocery stores and Kohl's department stores.
See, I want them to do that here so I can get some of that Kohl's sausage.
What?
I'm sure they make their own sausage at the Wisconsin location.
I don't know. They do it Lowe's Food now here. Yeah, they've got in-house sausagery.
I'm so jealous. It's hard to get sausage here that's not chorizo. I didn't mean for that to sound the way it sounded. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's a racism or not.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I was being serious. I'm being literal.
Oh, God. Let me put back on my glasses. Let's get back in this episode, girl.
They do. There's a
I know. sax. And Jill is teaching JB some sin language. So Jill goes out to play.
Mm-hmm.
And what else is going on with Kruger? Like what's
right?
We don't talk about Kruger. No. Have you seen it yet? Okay. Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I feel so terrible when you said that just now. I was like, oh wait, I still haven't seen it.
I know.
But it's because I think what happens is I forget about it sometimes because somebody's always doing those songs at karaoke now. And so when you said it, I had to think for a bit. I'm like, yeah, no, I still haven't seen it. I just hear those songs all the time.
I know. Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet?
No.
Okay.
We do plan to see that one very soon though, because
you should in theaters.
Yeah, because
don't wait.
Everybody's telling us don't wait for that to be on streaming. So,
oh God. So we find out that Jill was adopted.
Oh, okay.
And the attorney arranged it, and it wasn't exactly legal.
Oh, that's what they're getting harassed about.
And the attorney was Lockwood.
Oh.
So we're now at JB's hotel. She's talking to Amos on the phone, which I wish there was some Amos and Dick Butkus, like a scene. Just
I would love those two together in a room. Just put them in a room together.
One scene. But no. Well, her tub nearly overflows while she's talking to him.
Oh.
And she finds an earring in there.
Interesting. That was her
The
lost
commish
earring.
shows up to talk to her.
Hi, commish.
And the commish wants her to sell the Web McCourt. Yeah. And the commish is still like, Zach did it. He left early. And JB just looks up and said, well, so did you.
Oh. Gooped.
Gagged.
Face cracked. Face
cracked. Oh, God. So JB finds out that, and he also mentions that there was a Mrs. Kruger. And JB's like, oh, I need to go meet this woman.
I got to meet her. She's our fan.
So JB goes to see Mavis. And JB barges in, she just barges in this house.
Yes.
Like an insane person. And she finds wet carpet in the worst bathroom ever.
Mavis, girl, why is your carpet wet?
Girl, but did you notice this bathroom?
Oh, that bathroom was terrible.
The tubs were
I think
blue.
It was supposed to be very sophisticated for that time,
There was
right?
like a Venus, the Venus out of the shell. The glass was tinted blue in the shower.
I mean, it's supposed to be kind of like a Playboy kind of thing.
Tile everywhere.
Yeah, it was like a Playboy sort of.
This?
It's supposed to be kind of like hip and stuff like that.
Mavis shows up and points a gun at Jess. And was like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
I would have done the same.
I know, and she's like, "Well, call the lieutenant." So Mavis calls the lieutenant over, and JB's like, what if Phil was drowned right here?
What?
And Mavis is out. She's like,
it's
nope,
like, peace out. I'm gone.
I'm gone. So now we're at the next day. We're at the game. Okay. The coach gives the worst, speech ever. Y'all are horrible. You got to be horrible. Let's go, team.
Let's go, guys.
And JB goes over to the walls looking at the pictures as the team goes out. And she figures it out. McCourt's got a phone call at the game.
Oh, okay. Well, that's normal, right?
Hello, mate. It's me, Sylvia.
This voice sounds familiar, but I'm not sure why. I can't figure that out.
Oi! Just want to let you know that your suit's missing a button, a brass button.
I don't remember the lady at the drag queen being like that.
So,
I don't remember my dry cleaner being British before, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
So
maybe
now
she
we're
works
back
in
at
the
this. We're back at this horrible bathroom.
You've said that before.
Once. I have done that once.
I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from.
And I'm not telling any of that story on this Pudicasti.
Oh, man, I don't know where that. I'm sorry. I don't know where. I'm just so punch drunk right now.
Anyway.
So we're back at the bathroom. Anyway, we're back at the horrible bathroom.
I was having flashbacks.
You look so triggered.
you triggered something, girl. My past came back the very next day. Past came back, thought it was a goner.
But the past came back.
Just couldn't stay away. Anyway. So.
Oh my God.
McCourt's looking for the button in the tub.
McCourt, what are you doing here looking in the bathroom? What are you doing?
Well, JB shows up. Oh, I know you did it because you were wearing a single-breasted and a double-breasted shirt. And, I called and said the button and all of that.
This one was a really long explanation.
But she ripped the button off of her own blazer? Why'd she even rip the button off?
I mean, you at least use a seam ripper.
But why? She didn't put it in the thing. She said, "Are you looking for this?" What the fuck? You didn't have to have a button. Anyway, great episode.
Let her have her moment.
And then so she shows him all the proof and everything. Are you planning to drown me? No, I'm gonna burn you all with this house. No shit. The lieutenant shows up, arrests him, turns on the TV, and the leopards win.
Do.
But we're back at the field the next day.
Dang it, why is it?
Jill is driving that helmet with JB.
Hey, Jill, thanks for the ride. Oh, you can't hear me. That's right.
Zach bought Mavis's stock.
With what money?
JB puts the stock in a trust for Jill.
Aww.
Girl, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
We didn't even talk about if we liked the episode or not.
We never do because we just assume we like the episodes now. I thought, did you like the episode?
Why are we?
Okay, there you go.
Of course, that question. Of course, I like the episode.
Okay, there we go. That's what I thought. You old bitch.
Just because I'm an older bitch than you does not make me an old bitch. Okay, I'm an old bitch.
Hey, would you tell everybody where they can find you, please?
Yep, definitely.
Thank God.
Hello, everybody. This is Auntie Maim. So hope you like that.
My favorite relation.
Hope you like that episode because your grandmother's your favorite relation. Hope you like that episode. If you'd like to follow me on the socials, I can be found at auntie.maim. That's MAIM on Facebook and Instagram, at the Maim Ministry on Twitter. And if you would like to come hang out and see me do stuff in real life, I host a stand-up show called Laughs at Lit in Fort Lauderdale on Tuesdays at Lit Bar. And I host a Amazing Colossal Karaoke, which is a karaoke / cabaret hybrid show on Miami Beach at a little cool bar called Kill Your Idol. And I do improvised comedy at the Villain Theater in Miami, which you can find out more information about them at villaintheater.com. And I'm going to pass this over to my favorite human being. What about you, Mims? What's going on with you? Where can they find you?
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me at Divine Miss Mims on Twitter. You can find this podcast at YouSlayMePod on Twitter. Maim, did you know that we have a Patreon? You can find it at patreon.com/Mims and Maim. Maim, we have another podcast.
Shut up.
You can find it at Baking Sugar Pod on Twitter or search Mims and Maim Baking Sugar. anywhere you can. All right, girl. We've talked for 2 hours now. Do you have anything else to add?
I would like to thank the Academy. Also,
Maim, before we go, I sent you something on Facebook. If you can please take a look at that real quick before we.
Let's see. Let me see.
It's a WAPO article that I sent you. That it's of vast importance. $6,000 a month on that.
Oh my gosh!
On the apartment for his cat.
This is life goals. $6,000 a month just for the cats.
Unruly cats. Cats.
Oh my gosh! This is literally life goals.
Why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.